Hi guys, welcome back to my chat. Hi guys, welcome back and my Hi guys and welcome back to another episode of my vlog. So my name is Paul Dominic Galvez and today, buo talaga yung pangalan ko. And today I would like to share my experience on having my first iPhone. So this video, of course, is not sponsored. When it's sponsored by myself, so I bought it myself, and it won't be a tech review like other videos. So this is more of a I would say like a personal experience and I would say like a mindfulness / mental health awareness and discovery. Ang dami ko nasabi. Basta, if you would like to know what are the things that I have experienced when I bought my first iPhone, then keep on watching. So of course, I think you've heard a lot of, I think you've heard it a lot of times on my Instagram stories or wherever that I always tell my friends or tell everyone about the term better problems. So better problems came from the book of Mark Manson, which is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. So better problems are still problems, but as from the word itself, it's better. So right now, so here's my iPhone 12 Pro Max. Yes, I went big, like, sorry, ang ingay, silent natin. I went big, but not with the storage, because I do have another phone and I do have a hard drive that it's 1 terabyte. So there's a lot of things that that I can put my storage in, so I don't need to splurge too much in the space, because even my previous phone is not yet even full. So yeah, so let's start first with the as I would always say, the low-hanging fruits. So my first experience was, so I didn't buy it in the Mac store. I bought it from Shopee. So Shopee is actually one of my how do you call this, cheaper alternatives when you follow like. So Shopee is one of my cheaper alternatives if I would like to have a good deal, especially when it comes to purchasing items. So at the moment, I bought majority, like I think 80 to 90% of my gadgets from Shopee, and then others are from the store itself, especially when I'm so impulsive. Like I think everyone could agree. Like for example, you have the means already and you would like to get the item right away. I go to the shop, buy it, go home, and then store it in my cabinet or in my drawer and then never use it again. Anyhow, so I searched upon, because I bought my Huawei P30 Pro from the same shop, and then they also sell the iPhone Pro or the iPhone 12 Pro and iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max in their shop as well. So it's cheaper. It's like I think I took off $200 off from it because they don't have GST. So at first I was I actually asked the seller like, why are you selling it to cheaper, or not really cheaper, like with a big discount, and then they said because they don't have any GST on it. So those are the things. The better problem here is I'm actually weighing between the two. Like 2 days prior to the day that I bought the iPhone, I passed by the Mac store and there was a very long queue. To be honest, I was really impulsive, and I would say I'm just impulsive in that on that day, wherein I asked, is it okay if I would just check the prices? And then the guy told me that no, you need to have like a reservation, but they're actually willing to give me a reservation, but the next reservation or the next slot that they can open is at around 5 p.m. So I was like, I cannot wait because I need to watch, a film, and it's around 6 something. So, and then I would be meeting my friends, so all of those stuff. So I tried weighing it down and said, maybe not today. And then they said if I would just like to know the price, I could go to the website. So the website is around 1799, I think, Singapore dollars. So just compute it. So, and then in Shopee it's like 1615. So it's like a whopping like 180 to, let's say, 200 something like that off. So I was like, okay, let's go for this, and then I can pick it up anytime I want. They can bring it to me, or I could go self pick up and have it. So that's what I did. So first of the better problems that I had is the jahe, or the it was actually I was somehow frustrated at first because you need to get the confirmation number that it will be sending to your MacBook or to your iPad. So because all of my other teaching stuff, like my MacBook, I always leave it in the school. I hope no one knows this too much, but yeah, I'll actually leave it there. So and then of course, I mean, Apple would send it over there. So I got frustrated. It's like I'm holding this this thing and then it doesn't work because I need to have the confirmation from the Apple ID that I made, which I've been using from my iPad and MacBook. So I went back to school, closing time, right? So I opened the school just to activate my iPhone, because I would say it's kind of a, I would say that it's a better problem, because I just thought that I would be going home, just exploring it on the MRT, la 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 la. But unfortunately, I need to go back home and try fixing it. I know I need to go back to the school and try to activate it. Next of the better problems that I do have is the apps. So I think I would say 80 to 90% already of my apps are in my iPhone already. The thing is, I am one of those teachers who is promoting us a solid and organic way of sending progress reports. So by this is I always send the progress reports to the parents via WhatsApp. So I send the progress report, what we did for that day, and then videos if ever the student is having a hard time, I tend to play it for them so they know how it sounds, la 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 la. And then when I transferred my SIM to because I've done this before in Brunei, so I know how it happens. I just thought once I back it up in Google Drive, it can actually appear on my iPhone. Unfortunately, no. What just appeared in my iPhone was the groups that I made, which really made me so frustrated. I was really at the verge of crying that night. I was like, oh no, I was about to sleep, and then I had this frustration na lang. Frustration. I was so frustrated. Then nagising ako. I was sleeping, and then suddenly I woke up, and then I stood up, and then I said, oh no, I cannot take this. I need to revive it. So what I just did is I returned my SIM to my Huawei, and then I opened it, and then luckily all of the messages are still intact. And then what I did, I remove again the SIM card and place it in my iPhone. So I just tether my hotspot, my iPhone, and then just use it like that. So I do have two phones right now. See the better problems here, because I'm a minimalist, I would like to limit my gadgets to the bare minimum, even though I have a lot of here that I need to dispose. See better problems, and then so what happens now is my other phone would be used now for online classes, which I'm thankful because of the graphics of the resolution of it's really nice. I would highly recommend that phone. And then for photos and for progress reports. So that's the only thing that the other phone would be used for. And then my previous phone, alam niyo na. The next better problems that I do have is here in iPhone, the pictures are too raw, so it means that they don't have any filter system. So it's just that sometimes in the morning you just want to take a cute selfie like that, and then what I like about Huawei, it has these levels when it comes to filters, so I only use one every time. So it's just like a little touch of it's like a little touch of powder on your face just to make it a little bit smooth. However, here in iPhone, it would really see all of the chismis that you have in your face and in your life. Like for example, I have like a growing pimple here, or I have muta, or anything of those. So those are the things that I need to accept that it's not part of the iPhone. But you can edit. It's one thing, you can edit it, but sometimes it takes time for me to edit. And then what I don't like, this is one thing that I have observed as well. When I was for example, I'm taking a selfie like this, and then I like the picture from the angle, and then once I try to view it again, and then it suddenly it becomes lackluster. Is that a term? Yeah, I think it is. So yeah, better problems, right? Next of the better problems, it's too big for me. Before buying this, I was able to try it with iStudio or any Mac stores here in Singapore. So I'm trying to decide on which, if I'm going to do the Pro or the Pro Max. So the difference of the two is just it's like it's not really a hairline. Maybe I think like two hairlines of difference. So it's first the size and the capacity of it, and then that's just it. If you do not have any attention to detail, it won't be obvious for you. So to cut the long story short, I was thinking if what among the two, and then the Pro Max is actually nearer the size of my Huawei P30 Pro. So I said, why won't we get it? And then ending right now, I just find it too bulky for my hands. But I'm starting to adjust na rin naman, so don't worry. Diba, ang hirap ng problema ko. And last but not the least, for my better problems is I cannot transfer my pirated Spotify. Yeah, so I've been living my whole life, like for the past 2 years with Spotify, which is somehow illegal, but it's okay. And then I cannot transfer the APK to my iPhone, which is really sad. I tried all the tricks that I've seen in the internet, so it's still not working. Luckily, I do have a friend. Hi, Noe, if you're watching. She's so kind that she said that she has like the Spotify family thing or in the family thing. So she said that she still lacks one person for the Spotify. So I was like, thank you. So she invited me, and I was able to be added on her Spotify premium plan. So yeah, thank you very much, Noe. If you're watching this, you're the best. My next topic is decision fatigue. So decision fatigue is when you have a lot of options in front of you and you tend to get bombarded or overwhelmed by all of the possible options, and then at the back of my head you would like to get the best bang out of your buck kind of thing, or you would like all of those stuff. So why am I telling this is because of the decision fatigue that I did experience when I first bought this one. So of course, I mean, I'm part of I'm even though I'm a minimalist, I'm still a human. I'm still human, wherein I won't let my phone just be scratched, even though it's a Corning Gorilla, which is said from the website. I won't let my iPhone would just be scratched by my coins or my keys or whatever. So of course I bought the clear case. So at first I was thinking if I would go for those shockproof or those with Casetify or those nice casing, but luckily I was able to plant this idea in my head that's why I bought the Pacific Blue. It's because of the color and because I am because the color is appealing to me. So I mean, why would I cover it? Got it. So that's why I just focus on the clear one, so that somehow it's somehow protected. So the backstory of the Pacific Blue is because I have observed that after doing my recent KonMari, I just saw that the theme of my colors are from navy blue, black and white. So those are the are where my colors are evolving or revolving. So, and then when I saw the Pacific Blue, I said, that's my color. I mean, I would choose that instead of the other colors. No shade or no offense or something. It's just that this is where my heart wants. Yeah, because people may say, so you don't like white, I don't like gold. It's not that it's just not appealing for me. I just find that the blue, this Pacific Blue is the thing that I like. So even in colors, I had decision fatigue as well. So going back, one of the decision fatigue as well is where I'm going to buy the iPhone, because as you may know, there's this feeling of luxury if you buy it in the Apple Store, like when you go out and all of those. But if you're going to accumulate all of the time that you have spent when it comes to falling in line, what else? Reserving your slot, or finding someone to picture you when you come out of the store when you're holding the paper bag and stuff. And so it's for me, I just remove all of those decision fatigue and say, I just need a product. I have been living the bougie lifestyle for quite some time already. So I mean, why should I flaunt it? I mean, the phone speaks for itself. That's why I chose Shopee out of it. But to be honest, it was a close call where I should buy it from the store or from Shopee. Next is I panic as well. This is still in line with the decision fatigue. Is I panic because I know that it doesn't have a headset on the box and then a charger. So I really panicked that I need to buy like the lightning bolt thingy kind of head and stuff like that. So I bought it there. Like I just paid like, oh yeah, I just need that. La, 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 la. Ending when I activated my phone in the school, I just realized that it has the same charger with my iPad. So, if I didn't panic, I mean, it would be okay. Like, it's still the same. I mean, I think it's a marketing strategy as well for for iPhone users, like to amp up the things that that would make their sales higher. Next is endorsement. So endorsement is this is where people send you information or give you information and you trust it and then you follow it. So here one of the things that I would say that I am recently trying to control myself is the power of endorsement. So first of all, before buying the iPhone, I just had this idea in my head that, why won't we try buying an iPhone? Blah, blah, blah. Because of endorsement and recent stress in life, I don't want to say a certain particular aspect in my life, but in general. So I think I was able to, because I did have my therapy. So shout out to my therapist. Hello, Twin. Tin Kita from the University of Santo Tomas Guidance and Counseling. So we were able to talk about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So my intrinsic motivation has been, very strong. It has been, continuously, thriving amidst the pandemic. I was able to build habits that, make my life somehow easier, but not easy, something like that, workable. So unfortunately, I suddenly felt like, I am burned out because of the stressors in life, or I would say the triggers or activators of my stress. So and then we discuss about the extrinsic motivation, where like it's the raise or the praises or the tap at the back. So I said, and then she said, why won't you just reward yourself? So I just thought that this iPhone would boost my, well, somehow it boosted my motivation, but it was one of those reasons as well. That's why the idea from the endorsement plus the motivation somehow led me to buying this. But if you're going to ask me right now, I mean, what's my reason for buying it? It's just because it doesn't have any clear background, I would say. It's just because. Next is, of course, the endorsement that doesn't end from the iPhone. They would say, oh, why won't you buy AirPods Pro, or the Apple Watch? So recently, this is real. My headset for my gym is about to die, or it's actually some of the parts detaching already. So I said, I think why not buy another set of earphones? But let me just share to you, napakamot ako kasi gastos ulit. I do have the Sony WH and WF 1000 MX3. So it's the headset and the earbuds. So both of them are still strong. But because of endorsement, I've been trying to contemplate if I'm going to buy the earbuds Pro or not. One thing that gives me this feeling of buying it is because it's water resistant or sweat resistant. So it's okay to use at the gym, and it's okay for calls. Not like the Sony, it's not really good at calls. It's just okay for for listening music. So yeah, it's one thing that I'm trying to consider. But the one thing that I slashed out from the choices for decision making fatigue is the Apple Watch, because I just realized that the Apple Watch is just have like this 18 hours of life, no more. I mean, you need to charge it almost every day, which is a big no for me. My smart band, which is the Mi 5, is still working, I said, and then it can actually last for like more than 12 days or 10 days, something like that. So you get it. Why should I buy another one? And then one thing is the MagSafe. So they said I need if I'm going to buy it, I said I would just buy it from Shopee. I just bought the card slot. Wherein another better problem is I just realized the power of Apple Pay. I can use it in the MRT or anywhere. And then the MagSafe, that's why I just bought it. It's for my MRT card and the card for the condo. So see, my problems starting to evolve already. So by this, I just realized, I just realized that somehow the MagSafe is somehow redundant, but it's okay because I always put money on my MRT card because I tend to segregate or allocate money for my travel, for my food and stuff like that. So yeah, better problems. So last but not the least, one of the main reasons that's why I made this video is I just realized a lot of things, especially when it comes to my love life. Yes, it might be surprising to hear love life from an iPhone review or something like that. But one thing that I have realized is I could really, it could correlate to having the ideal partner, the ideal man of my dreams that ano ba yan? That suddenly manifested in my life. So why? Because for example, iPhone 12 Pro Max is like most of my friends' goal, or the iPhone 12 series is one of their goals when it comes to buying their new phone. So it's like having a super guapo partner, Borta, all of those ideals which is fit into one gadget. So I just realized that sometimes it's really funny that even though everything is enticing, I still tend to back myself up. Maybe because I do have some reservations when it comes to relationships, but I mean, that's, I think, how we should do it. Which is really sad because I just feel that this iPhone is really doing its best just to serve me well, to make my life comfortable, like if ever a certain partner. So I'm starting to love it as well. I mean, I'm starting to like it. So I think that's how I would grow when it comes to my relationship. Especially right now, I'm really opening myself up for any love life possibilities. Ang ingay naman. Yeah, so it's one thing that I'm looking into. And then one thing for sure is it's an eye candy. So in my imagination, I always dream that one day I would have like a partner that is so guapo that people would people would look have a double look with the guy that I'm with. And it's the same thing with my iPhone, because every time I put it out, everyone will like, okay, it's a good thing somehow. It boosts. It's an extrinsic motivation. It's a good tap at the back, like, oh, see, people look up to you. But it's not a good intrinsic motivation. Remember, you need to be everything needs to be fixed inside before getting affirmations from other people outside. Therapy. So it's one thing, and then there are a lot of things that I need to adjust because I have been an Android user for years and years. So going here to this new kind of relationship, the perfect kinda or ideal relationship that I would like, there are a lot of things that I need to adjust, such as the ecosystem, transferring of files, apps, all of those. So it's the same thing with the partner. So if amidst having the ideal partner in my life, there are a lot of trade-offs that I need to consider, such as maybe how I endorse information, the apps, right? And then the payments, I mean, that I need to pay for apps as well, is I think the effort that I put when it comes to maintaining the relationship. Okay, and then the accessories I think are the dates and stuff like that. So going back for the dates, I just realized that I'm okay with regular hawker dates. It's not that I don't like fancy stuff. Maybe once in a while, but I would prefer like a constant like hawker or even just fast food kind of thing. As long as we're together. I think my love language is quality time as well. So as long as we're together, I'm okay with it. And yeah, going back, I actually just bought a clear casing for this because I really like the color of it. I mean, why should I cover it? Actually, maybe one day, if after 2 weeks, maybe I'll remove the case and then I'll see if it's okay to just use it commando. And it's really funny because this is more accepted by some of my family members, even the idea. But I'm not sure about the partner. If I as you may know, I came from a very conservative family, and I've been opening this up in my therapy sessions as well. So ayun, so I hope they would accept my partner if ever in life, like the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is go big or go to the school and activate your phone. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. So I'm not sure if you learned something from it. It's just a ranting of my experience and expressing how I felt when I purchased my first iPhone videos. And one thing of the decision fatigue is I was thinking if I would make a video from my Sony, from this one, or from my Huawei. See, I really have a lot of problems right now. Anyhow, so I think that's it because I need to clean the toilet now and do some other off-day schedules that are lined up for today. So anyhow, so thank you very much. Ang ingay talaga. Anyhow, outro na yan. Bye-bye!